By 1740, Charleston had become the economic and cultural center of the South. That success was born in the low-country rice and indigo plantations that still survive today. Just up the Ashley River, you'll find Drayton Hall. Its architecture has remained intact since its beginnings as a rice plantation in 1738. The main house is considered one of the finest examples of Georgian Palladian architecture in the United States. The plantation's ownership has remained within the same family for 7 generations. Instead of being restored to the vision of those who lived centuries after it was built, Drayton Hall is an artifact that has survived the American Revolution, the Civil War, the earthquake of 1886, and the devastating storms of recent years. It's not just that it's a survivor that makes Drayton Hall important. These grounds represent one of the most significant undisturbed historic landscapes in all of America. And Drayton Hall's stories of race, family, culture, sacrifice, innovation, and preservation tell much about who we are as a people. Further upriver lies one of America's great horticultural treasures, Magnolia Plantation. Today, gardeners from all over the world make the pilgrimage to visit these historic and beautiful gardens, the oldest public gardens in America. Begun in the 1680s, this former rice plantation is a witness to history. During the Revolution, the British camped here and made Magnolia their headquarters. From here, they cut off American troops and forced the surrender of Charleston. Later, at the end of the Civil War, the plantation house was burned, as so many were along the Ashley River. But its gardens survived, and just 5 years later, 1870, they were of such renown that they were opened to the public. The southern spring of azaleas and wisteria and flowering dogwood is not to be missed. In winter, the spectacular camellias contrast with the fading marsh along the Ashley. But any time of year is the right time to visit Magnolia. Along the dikes and levees of the flooded rice fields, you can spot more than 250 migratory bird species. Spectacular floral displays, nature walks, a 60-acre Audubon swamp, ongoing archaeological dig sites, and history make Magnolia an unforgettable experience. For over 2.5 centuries, Middleton Place has welcomed and enchanted visitors from all over the world. The 65 acres of landscape terraces, ornamental ponds, and gardens laid out with precise symmetry and balance make Middleton Place one of the most unique and grand gardens of our time, a spectacular expression of an 18th century ideal, the triumphant marriage between man and nature. These are America's oldest landscaped gardens, and you're invited to walk the same footpaths and enjoy the same vistas that from 1741 to 1865 inspired 4 important generations of the distinguished Middleton family. Arthur Middleton was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. His descendant, Williams Middleton, was a signer of the Ordinance of Secession, an action that doomed the plantation's buildings to destruction at the end of the Civil War. The earthquake of 1886 drained the water from the extraordinary twin lakes that were shaped like the wings of a butterfly. In minutes, the quake destroyed what scores of slaves had spent more than a decade constructing. But the plantation was revived, and its magnificent gardens, the oldest landscape gardens in America, were opened to the public in the 1920s. No visitor to Charleston should miss the experience of standing humbly beneath the branches of the famous Middleton oak that has been growing on this spot for more than 1,000 years. Boone Hall is another example of Charleston's historic plantations, located just north of town. Many visitors ask if its magnificent plantation house was used in the filming of Gone with the Wind. It was not. But its brick slave cabins are a stark reminder of its real past. And yet, today, to travel down this avenue of live oaks is a journey in time and beauty. Nature, history, Horticulture, art, architecture, the story of our past and the promise of our future. The plantations of Charleston.